Grandma's 911 calls. The Break-In. Written by Cynic Happy. Narrated by Hypnotic. My paternal grandmother, Evelyn Brown, worked as a 911 operator from 1985 to 1987. By all accounts, she was very good at her job, but quit rather abruptly and refused to say why. The family always assumed that the stress had simply taken its toll on Grandma Evelyn, and she had decided it was time to move on. However, Grandma Evelyn rarely spoke about her brief stint working for 911, so we couldn't be sure. Well, about a month and a half ago, Grandma Evelyn passed away. She suffered a massive stroke and lay comatose in the ICU for 3 days before being taken off of life support. The loss has been hard on all of us. Anyway, a few days after Grandma Evelyn died, I accompanied my parents to her house so that we could help Grandpa sort through her personal possessions. I found a shoebox in Grandma Evelyn's closet labeled simply transcripts. The box contained several crumpled sheets of paper, and after reading them over, I discovered that they were indeed transcripts. From what I've pieced together, based on what little information I had to go on, it seems Grandma Evelyn kept transcripts of her most harrowing 911 calls. I don't know how she obtained them or why she wanted them in the first place, but there they were, and they made for some of the scariest readings of my life. I've decided to share one of the transcripts here, since it seems like the kind of thing you guys would be interested in. If it garners any interest, I will post the remaining transcripts. There are 9 in total. This transcript is dated to the evening of November 4th, 1986. Grandma Evelyn would have been working for 911 for about a year. It's not the scariest of the 911 calls, but I consider it a good starting point. Grandma Evelyn, 911, what's your emergency? Caller, I'd like to report a break-in. Grandma Evelyn, has someone broken into your home? Caller, no, not my home. Thank goodness. They've broken into the house across the street. Grandma Evelyn, are the home's occupants present? Caller, excuse me. Grandma Evelyn, the people who live there, are they home? Caller, no, the house has been vacant for several months now. The owners are missing. Grandma Evelyn, missing? Caller, an elderly couple used to live there, Mr. and Mrs., name omitted. They simply up and left one night, and no one has seen them since. I'm pretty sure their daughter filed a police report, but as far as I know, the investigation has turned up nothing. Grandma Evelyn, uh-huh. Caller, and now someone has broken into their home. Grandma Evelyn, did you see this person enter the house, ma'am? Caller, no, but I can see them moving around inside through the ground floor windows, and the door looks like it's been kicked in. Grandma Evelyn, can you provide a description of this person? Caller, not a very good one, I'm afraid. I'm pretty sure it's a woman, though. A woman with long, pale hair. Grandma Evelyn, what is she wearing? Caller, I can't be sure, but it looks like a hospital gown. Grandma Evelyn, can you see this person now? Caller, no. I'm watching the house from my living room window, but I haven't seen her in a while. I'm pretty sure she's still in there, though. You have to send the police. Grandma Evelyn, stay calm, ma'am. What's the address? Caller, it's location omitted. Grandma Evelyn, all right, ma'am. The police are on their way. Meanwhile, I want you to stay on the line with me and keep an eye on that house. All right? Caller, of course. There's a long pause followed by a gasp from the caller. Grandma Evelyn, what is it, ma'am? Caller, I see her. The woman. She's standing in one of the upstairs windows. and she's looking right at me. Grandma Evelyn. You're sure? Caller. Yes, I'm sure. Oh God, what the hell's wrong with her face? She looks like a fucking corpse. Grandma Evelyn. I need you to stay calm, ma'am. Caller. Oh, my God. Grandma Evelyn. Is she still at the window? Caller. Yes. Grandma Evelyn. Tell me if she moves. Caller. I can't. I can't stand to look at her, but I can't turn away. Grandma Evelyn. Ma'am? Caller. Where the hell are the police? Grandma Evelyn. They are on their way, ma'am. They'll be there soon. The caller screams. She's gone. I think she... Wait. Now she's... Oh God, no. Grandma Evelyn. What's happening? Caller. She left the house and she's headed my way. Fuck. Grandma Evelyn. Are all your doors locked, ma'am? Caller. Yes, but she's seen me. She's going to try and get inside. Grandma Evelyn. Ma'am, listen to me. You need to step away from the window and hide somewhere in your house. Somewhere you'll be safe until the police arrive. Caller. Okay. Her footsteps can be heard as she retreats deeper into the house. There's a loud bang as someone throws their weight against the door. Another door opens and slams shut, followed by the click of a lock. Grandma Evelyn. Where are you now, ma'am? Caller. My kitchen pantry. The door locks. Grandma Evelyn. That's good, ma'am. Just hang in there. The police are coming. Caller. I can't hear her banging on my front door anymore. Could that mean she's gone? Grandma Evelyn. I don't know, ma'am. Stay put, alright? Distant sirens can be heard. Caller. The police. I can hear them coming. Thank you. Grandma Evelyn. You're welcome, ma'am. Caller. Thank God. Everything's going to be okay. Hey, what's that? The call abruptly ends. After reading the transcripts, I did a little digging and was able to come up with some information regarding the call. When the police arrived, they found the mysterious woman lying in the hall, unconscious. She had cut herself breaking through a window and lost a lot of blood. The woman who made the call was still locked in her pantry, cordless phone in hand. She was shaken, but unharmed. The suspect was identified as a local woman with a history of mental illness. She had recently been admitted to the psych ward after setting her own head on fire, but escaped. Managing to evade law enforcement for 3 days, she was taken back to the hospital, but died of complications from her injuries. As for the missing elderly couple, well, it turns out that a year after they vanished, their skeletal remains were discovered miles away in the woods, buried in a makeshift grave. Both had their hands tied behind their back and had been shot execution style in the head. Police were unable to link their murder to the woman who had broken into their abandoned home. The case remains open to this very day. I hope you all enjoyed the story. If you guys happen to be watching on YouTube, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Also, consider subbing to stay up to date with the stories that I post. If you're listening to this on the podcast form, just make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast format and stay up to date with my stories that I narrate. Thank you for listening. Remember, when you lay your head down and start to dream,
embrace the nightmares.